Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at silver as we are looking for potential upside in this market. I'm going to break this down again from a top-down analysis point of view and look for a potential entry on silver. And the reason I'm doing this yesterday, the Aussie Yen video, everyone seems to kind of like that top-down analysis approach on how to break down a market. So I'm going to head back up to my monthly time frame and we're going to take a look at what's going on here on silver. So I'm just going to zoom in and you can see for quite a while the volume on silver has been pretty pretty quiet, I'd like to say, or pretty low. There's no real key moves apart from when down in January 2016 we had a good bull run and then a very quick bearish trend, but ever since that it's been pretty slow. There's been no real key things to go off. However, we do have this big demand zone down here. Okay, now if we look left we can see in the past as well it was resistance, support, and all the way through here is support as well, and the market's just found its way back towards it and it looks to be forming a potential higher low. At the moment we can see that on the monthly time frame there's a potential here for a higher low to form and for price to potentially move higher. Now just looking at this monthly time frame, I'd ask myself the question, if this was an hourly, 4-hourly, daily chart, what would I be expecting out of this market? And if this was a higher time frame demand zone, I'd be saying to myself, well, the next area of resistance is this key high just up in there. So what I'm going to do is just map out that and place a resistance trend line just at those opens and closes for now. It doesn't have to be spot on, just looking at that area. So that's around about that $16 area that we've talked about in the past on silver. Now looking at this, I'm just going to go down into the weekly time frame and take a look at what's going on in this weekly time frame as well. Now the market is technically bullish at the moment as price retested this double bottom here on the weekly and is rallying higher. Okay, so again looking for the potential for this market to continue this bullish path into these key monthly highs. We can refine this a little bit lower. As you can see, we do have those opens and closes a little bit lower, more into that sort of 1590 area, so we can definitely move that towards that point. Going down to the daily time frame, this is where it gets interesting because the market is forming a bullish trend. I'm just going to get rid of this, which we should expect because the monthly time frame looks bullish. We should expect the daily to be forming trend within that, because what we typically have, say the monthly was moving in a uptrend and in a phase one where we get the impulse leg, okay, then typically what we'd see, let's just change this a second, out of the daily time frame is a trend within that phase one, okay, where the market finds support and resistance and pulls back and gives us this nice uptrending market. Okay, so typically that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the impulse leg and the daily trend to continue from that point, and you can see that right here, right in front of us right now. Let's just get rid of these purple lines a second, but you can see that the daily time frame is forming those higher highs and higher lows. We have a change in cyclicity down here, so our previous structure high was at this point. The market has rallied, formed a higher high, pulled back in, formed a higher high. So I'm expecting that to continue, and it's where do we expect that to continue from is where we potentially look for our swing areas, our swing trading points. Okay, so the first immediate sort of area we need to look at is previous structure highs, which come in around about here. Okay, so that previous structure high there would be a key area I'm looking for. Now remember, these lines don't mean that you've got to buy exactly from the line or price has to react exactly from the line. These markets are not perfect, okay? So we plan a zone. So in between the wick and the closing prices here, this is going to be my zone, because this is when the market started to pull back. Okay, the market rallied into it, pulled back again, and then we rallied. So this is my zone, this is my area of interest. So if I just grab a rectangle and highlight that point in here, now this is where I want to do business with the market on a lower time frame. Okay, and what I should expect to see is the lower time frame pull back into this. So what we should be seeing, this is on a phase 2 or retracement leg, and what we should expect to see, very much like that impulse leg, is a 4-hour or 1-hour trend developing through there. So what I'm actually going to do is just bring a side by side in here, and I'm going to bring silver onto the right hand side. Okay, so you can see silver there. Just going to remove the moving averages from that, and then I'm just going to go and go to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so you can see on the 4-hour time frame on this chart, okay, over here, the market is forming trend. We have a low, lower high, potentially forming a lower low. Okay, so the trend is forming quite nicely there on the phase 2 pullback. But what we want to really do is catch that impulse leg, and typically the previous structure highs act as support. So I'm waiting for the 4-hour time frame to drop into this zone. You know, people may have gotten a little bit early here, they may have just been stopped out just through there. I'm waiting for the price to enter this zone and then give me some kind of suggestion that the market is going to go higher. So either a bullish piece of price action at this point, or a nice double bottom pattern where we reject, very similar to what's happening here, and then we can look for that long opportunity on the smaller time frame in line with the higher time frame. Okay, so just bringing it back to this page over here on the daily time frame, if you're an end of day trader, and it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, so what I'd be looking for as an end of day trader is this zone. Okay, because this is the previous high, this is the previous low. Now what I'd be expecting here is the potential for the market to dump into this zone and then wait for daily bullish price action to continue higher. Okay, very similar to what happened here. We had this nice double top pattern, and what people seem to do straight away is jump on the first bit of price action that they get. You have a zone to work with. Okay, now in this occasion you would have been perfectly fine, but this is the zone. And what it is, if the market breaks through here, keeps going straight and breaks through this high, you have a change of trend. Your trend is not the same anymore. Okay, so we have a lower low, lower high, market rallies on, and we only get a new low formed when it takes out this low. Okay, that happens here. All right, market pulls back in, we get an impulse. Market pulls back in this zone this time, market impulses, we had a change in cycle, so on and so forth. So expecting silver to head towards this $15.90 or $16 level up in here, and looking for price action in this zone on the daily time frame, or in the 4-hour zone in here, to try and get an early move. Okay, thanks for watching this. I know this video has been a little bit longer than usual. Hopefully you found it useful. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe to the channel, and if you are watching on TradingView, please like, give a comment and follow us there also. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.